Yes, the meltdown has begun. I'm telling you, the USA fans were not having it. Americans are in a tizzy after losing against Belgium 4-1.
Belgium, because we should have won.
If they beat us, we'll say I say it was rigged.
And that's after the assist that Trump lobbed, where he called the FIFA peoples, and he's like, hey, put my guy back in the game. And so now a lot of American fans have taken to the internet and have collectively started dunking on Belgium. And that's exactly what we're going to be covering today. There is a post that went viral from an American account on Twitter that said some interesting things, and obviously the comments fired back in a wild way. And we know we love covering things like that. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. If you guys are returning viewers, welcome back. Do you think that the United States got what it deserved at this World Cup tournament? I know you guys, a lot of you guys probably are not watching the World Cup, and I understand. How would you rate the sportsmanship from the US team on a scale of 1 to 10 after their loss? I'd say the fans probably aren't going to be high up there because they were some sore losers in the stands, I'm not gonna lie. So right here it says USA GDP is 45 times Belgium's. California's economy is over 5 times Belgium. Texas is about 3 times Belgium's GDP. New York City Metro alone produces more than Belgium. Maryland alone is 4 times larger than Belgium. USA has 63 national parks. Belgium has 1. Belgium doesn't even have its own currency. A lot of copium in this post for sure. And also you're comparing the United States to Belgium. The sizes are very different. The structures are very different. So there's a lot that goes into all of these things. And of course, I don't have to be the one to say it. The comment section did. So let's see exactly what they had to say. And still, Belgium won. Belgium proved that cheaters never prosper. Obviously, the United States did not have the best look after that call was made from our president to put our player back in the game. And everybody is like, hey, that's not fair. What's going on? You can't meddle with the FIFA World Cup. And apparently we operate like a mafia. So we tried it, and we lost in the most disrespectful way possible. What's crazy is the USA team played incredibly incompetent in that game. So I'm not even sure why the US fans are upset with anybody but themselves. Not only won, but absolutely battered them. Just a beautiful thing to see. Now, did you guys watch all the goals that were scored on the USA during that game? Because I was disappointed. I was so disappointed. I'm like, is our goalie allergic to the goal? Cause like, what's going on? What's happening? I've seen a lot of the other games, but by far, this was the worst one I've watched in the entire World Cup. Yes, the meltdown has begun. I'm telling you, the USA fans were not having it, and Belgian fans were clapping back. Tons of Europeans were also clapping back as well. They're like, what are you doing? We're about to get a ton of these copium posts. Oh, well, at least the United States has this. We don't even really care about soccer, blah, 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 blah. Tons of copium. It's gonna be flying in left and right, down and center. And again, we would be singing to a different tune if we won. Okay, that's a tale as old as time. Yes, but the amount of goals produced by Belgium is 4 times greater than the USA. It hurts. Make it stop. Americans, when their worldview is challenged, Americans spend more money on healthcare than European average, but have worse health outcomes. Texas is larger than Europe. We eat the most burgers in the world. Our GDP is bigger than your national parks. My dad can beat up your dad. Again, we have to find and grasp for straws for any and every possible thing that makes us better than every other country on the planet if we lose. If we lose, we're like, well, at least we have this. And of course we have this. So actually, we're still better than you. So anyways, and I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. We got to take this L on the chin and walk off in the sunset. At least we made it a lot farther than I thought, because I mean, historically, we haven't done great. This year, I thought we did really well. I mean, considering how far we got, I think that's iconic. I don't know. Maybe you guys agree, maybe you guys disagree. But as far as the placements go and stuff, I thought the United States went way farther than I could have ever imagined. I will say throughout this World Cup, there have been a ton of upsets that I did not see coming at all. And I think that kind of shocked a lot of people as well. There's been a lot lot of interesting decisions through this World Cup as well. So it has me looking at the whole FIFA organization sideways. I'm not going to lie. But you guys did warn me. You said the FIFA organization is incredibly corrupt. So yes, it boiled down to how the teams were playing and everything. But of course, the calls from the referees and some decisions that were made outside of the tournament as well had me looking at the FIFA organization a little strange. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about the FIFA organization as an organization? I know a lot of you guys were very vocal about how you felt about it, how you guys were like, I don't know, I'm not really feeling that. In fact, there are a large chunk of you guys that aren't watching the World Cup at all, which I completely understand. Now, I watch it just because I'm curious. I'm like, I need to know what happens next. You know what I mean? Like, this is interesting. It's also the first time in my lifetime, at least in my sentient adult years, where the World Cup has been hosted in the United States. So I'm like, well, might as well check it out, might as well watch it, especially since we're playing in it, or we were playing in it until Belgium folded us up like a collapsible table. They had already done that back when France refused to participate in the Iraq War. Many Americans had put stickers in their cars that said things like Texas is bigger than France. The funny thing was that they did this for every state, including those where it wasn't true. So you'd see stickers that said Alabama is bigger than France and so on. In reality, as far as I know, there are only two states that are geographically larger than France, Alaska and Texas. All the other US states are smaller. I didn't even know France was that big. That's crazy. What's nutty about all of this is, after looking this up, France is about 248,573 square miles, if we're doing square miles and not kilometers and stuff, you know, freedom units. And the only state that's similar in size but slightly smaller is California, which is crazy because California is a massive state. Oh my gosh. But of course, you have two states that are bigger that were mentioned, obviously, Alaska and Texas. Alaska is damn near 3 times the size of France, and Texas is roughly the same size. It's actually 20,000 square miles bigger, so it's 268,596 square miles. So yeah, I don't understand why anybody in general likes to pull up size statistics when it comes to things like this. The whole argument right now, it's not even an argument, the whole discussion is that the United States lost against Belgium, and then we're pulling up statistics that have nothing to do with playing on the field. That makes no sense, but this happens all the time. Obviously, with the Iraq War and stuff like that, and France being unwilling to participate in it, and the United States like talking all this mess and blah, blah, blah. It's so dumb. But obviously there were other periods of time that were like this as well. Do you guys know what those periods were? And were there ever times where it was even more diabolical than what we're seeing now? What's the point of this tweet? Guys, Belgium is so poor and small. Yeah, you guys got absolutely wrecked by them. Yeah, again, it's copium. It has nothing to do with what happened. Like, we lost against them in the FIFA World Cup, and then our response is, well,
Belgium.
At least we're not poor. And I'm like, what? That has nothing to do with anything. What are you talking about, dude? Belgium has better fries and waffles. And they also won the game despite all of this corruption bullshit. Indirectly, Belgium became the hero of this whole story because that was the biggest point of contention that the entire internet had. It was the fact that despite the corruption that took place that kind of gave the United States some leverage, we still lost. But we not only lost, we got obliterated. It wasn't like we lost by 1 point or it was tied and they had to go to like a decision or something. It was literally, we got beat 4-1. We got absolutely clapped. Now hold on, Texas, a state 22 times larger than Belgium, only has 3 times higher GDP. How is that a dunk on Belgium? Your guess is as good as mine because the math ain't mathing. They just see the numbers. They're not clever enough to understand and process them. Also, some of those stats were definitely wrong. So there's also that. Part of me definitely thinks this was satire because that account is known for posting satirical things. And of course, the Homelander picture was obviously the biggest giveaway because I think all of this was a dig at American patriotism after losing something like this, because there have been posts of Americans all over the internet absolutely freaking out. And they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this, like upset and not really like vibing with the results of the World Cup. It's been interesting. Oh my. Couldn't wait for the wave of posts about how soccer is totally insignificant. World Cup is totally irrelevant. They don't even care about it. And the team that would beat them is from some very bad country. Finally, they're about to appear. I was waiting for the ground to start rumbling, and I'm like, oh, here we go, man. The more triggered posts from Americans that felt salty about those results. Because the thing is, I felt like after watching plays like that, right, the only people the Americans can get mad at is ourselves with the game. Because, like, We had every advantage. We even had the illegal advantages. And we still lost. That's insane. I don't care at all about football, but boy, was I smiling today morning as I read the outcomes of last night's games, especially after that Donald J. Trump Infantino intervention. I have nothing to do with Belgium, but I'm proud of them. And then there's a lovely picture here of this Belgian player taking a leak by the Washington Monument. Can't say I didn't see this coming. And still, Belgium won. Comparing the GDP of 350 million to 11 million people is straight stupid. In median GDP per capita, Belgium is way more rich than the USA, actually. Belgium is in the top 5 of the richest countries in the world. Yeah, that was one of my biggest things when I saw this post. I'm like, you're comparing 350 million people to 11 million people. How desperate are we trying to get here, man? Just take the L and go home. Yes, it was devastating seeing that. But again, we can't blame anybody but ourselves. This was 100% on us. Nobody else. It was literally on us. We played horrible. It's like they took toddlers and put them on the field. The salty Yankees apocalypse begins. Thanks, Belgium, for a few days of shits and giggles. We owe you one. At the end of the day, like I said, Belgium became the heroes of this story, and the world came together, pat Belgium on the back, and they're like, congratulations for defeating the villain. Because that, man, was refreshing to see. Part of me was thinking that there was going to be a level of corruption so wild that no matter what happened, the USA would manage to make it to the finals of the World Cup. Because you guys were telling me how corrupt the FIFA organization is. And then, of course, you put the United States in conjunction with that, and we had the perfect storm. But apparently it wasn't perfect enough because we were our greatest enemies. It's like we beat ourselves bad. Belgium folded us up, and we deserved it. What do you guys think about all this? Was it refreshing seeing the United States getting packed up at that game for the people who did decide to watch the World Cup? For those that didn't, I completely understand. Are you guys sports fans at all? And if so, which sports do you guys keep up with? And with FIFA getting kind of a negative reputation all around for a variety of reasons, do you think it will be around very much longer?